Florida just banned teaching critical race theory. That after parents there rallied against CRT being taught in the classrooms. Watch this again.
Telling my child or any child that they are in a permanent oppressed status in America because they are black is racist, and saying that white people are automatically above me, my children, or any child is racist as well.
The United States of America is a great and wonderful land with freedom for all. Please teach that.
This critical race theory, it is anti-American and a blatant Marxist agenda to divide, not unite.
All right, that's telling them. All right, I want to bring in campus reform reporter Ophelie Jacobson, who joins us now. Ophelia, look, you're a student at the University of Florida. CRT is banned K through 12, not in colleges. Would you like to see CRT banned in Florida colleges?
I am certainly hopeful that Governor DeSantis and the State Board of Education will extend this ban on college education in this state because, I still have 2 more years at the University of Florida. I certainly don't want to be taught critical race theory because it's the exact opposite of what Martin Luther King Jr. envisioned for this country. MLK once said that he would dreams of the day in which people will be judged by the content of their character rather than the color of their skin. Critical race theory ultimately prohibits MLK's dream from becoming a reality by putting so much emphasis on race and how it affects every single interaction we have with each other.
Now, it's been banned, K through 12 schools in Florida. It's banned. What was the reaction in the state to that? Because that's pretty drastic.
Well, I think the State Board of Education certainly made the right decision in ensuring that students are getting a quality education. Look, critical race theory has no place in the classroom, especially in a state like Florida, where our governor has shown just how pro-America he is. Florida has been leading the way in reopening after the pandemic, banning biological males from women's sports, and now with banning critical race theory in K through 12 education. Time and time again, Governor DeSantis backs orders and policies that put the best interest of the American people first. And that's what all governors in this country should be doing. It's no wonder that thousands of Americans are flocking to Florida every single month. It's such a great state, and they're welcome to come, just so long as they don't bring their radical ideas such as critical race theory with them.
I was just about to ask, you're in Florida. We hear a lot about people moving to Florida to escape the taxes up north and all the rest of it. Do you see people going to Florida, students going to Florida, moving south, specifically to Florida? Is that part of the exodus? Students part of it?
Absolutely. I actually moved from California 4 years ago to Florida because of just how great a state it was. And my parents wanted to be in a state where there was no income tax, where everything was a lot cheaper living in Florida rather than living in California. And I know a lot of my friends also at the University of Florida are out of state as well. And they come to Florida because of the great education, because of the great cost of living. It's one of the best states in this country, I would argue.
What do your fellow students think about CRT?
Well, at the Leadership Institute's campus reform, we've been covering this trend and the response that we've seen against and for critical race theory in this country. I recently did a video where I asked students about critical race theory and if they even knew what it was. And what I found was that when I asked students if they had ever heard of critical race theory, every single student said no, which just goes to show that this theory is literally hidden and embedded within our higher education institutions to the point that students don't even know they're being taught it. Now, this makes it so much harder to detect critical race theory, but it ultimately makes it so much harder to fight back against it. And that's why it's so important that our local government leaders and our governors take a strong stance against this divisive education now before it's too late.
Ophelia, thank you very much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon.